my Christmas ghouls! I'm so excited that you're here today. First off, can you sense something wrong with this picture? Do you get it? Maybe something wrong with this picture? Unlike all the other YouTubers that you watch today or during the season, I am in Australia. So right now, it is 41 degrees Celsius. And I don't know if you guys know how hot that is, but I'm wearing a fucking sweater. A Christmas sweater. Why do I do this? Because I love you guys and this is the only way I can get festive and I don't really have anything else that is festive. Anyway, fun fact, I actually Dean wore this in Scotland last Christmas. So full circle kind of, maybe, probably not. Thank you guys so much for being a part, number one, of my spooky family for another year. So exciting. And also, thank you for watching and enjoying the 12 days of Christmas. If you have been enjoying this series, please give this video a thumbs up. And also, if you do find this video a little bit helpful, remember to give it a thumbs up. So today, I'm gonna give you guys a Christmas present. And my present to you is a little bit different than other presents. I know that the main reason a lot of you guys really like my channel is because you find it really helpful and you find it helpful for finding new movies you haven't seen before, movies you haven't heard of, or just kind of get pushed into realizing what movies you should be watching. So I thought I'd ask some of my favorite YouTubers if they have some movies that we might have missed, might have not heard of, some hidden gems, some ones that you guys would actually really enjoy putting down on your to watch list. This is pretty much an underrated list of movies that are hidden gems and that you guys should watch. These are movies that they recommend strongly that everyone should see, every horror fan. And I thought you guys would really enjoy this. So without further ado, here we go. Merry Christmas, guys.
Hey guys, I'm Jay from Bloodbath and Beyond, and I wanted to mention a movie that I haven't seen a lot of people talking about that deserves a lot more attention, and that's A Christmas Horror Story. This is a horror anthology that's very similar to Trick or Treat in that all of the stories are interwoven and they share some kind of element because they all take place in the same town. There are stories that involve found footage, supernatural stuff, we have a possession short, and we also have one of the greatest shorts that you'll ever see Santa in, and that's Santa killing a bunch of demonic elves, and it's absolutely awesome. It's super gory, and Santa is just a badass. And also, another badass is we also have Rob Archer, who is just this beefy man who plays probably the most badass Krampus that you'll ever see. And there's quite the showdown between Santa and Krampus. It's completely epic and I highly recommend it. The movie does have some problems because it's an indie feature. However, I thoroughly enjoyed it and I will watch this movie every single year because it's just amazing. Oh, and it's also narrated completely by a drunken William Shatner. If you're a fan of Trick or Treat or Tales of Halloween or horror anthologies in general, A Christmas Horror Story is great to fill that little holiday horror anthology niche because there's not a lot out there, and this is a fantastic indie effort, and I highly encourage you guys to check it out. Thank you, Spooky Astronauts, and thank you, Emma, for having me. I appreciate it. If you are unfamiliar with my channel, it's Bloodbath and Beyond. We do horror movie reviews with a strong focus on indie horror, so come check us out, subscribe to that, and hopefully we can help you find some other hidden indie gems.
Hey everyone, happy holidays. I'm Mariana from Impression Blend. I talk about movies, books, and TV shows here on YouTube, and thank you so much, Emma, for having me on your channel. In case you didn't know, Emma is awesome, which is why she's one of my favorite YouTubers. The movie I wanted to talk to you about is Monsters, which I never hear anybody talk about. This is a 2010 independent sci-fi thriller written and directed by Gareth Edwards, who may sound familiar to you because he directed other small movies like Godzilla and Rogue One, so you may have heard of him, maybe not. I'm just kidding. And this one is his feature film directorial debut, and there is much more to it than meets the eye. It's also in at least one edition of 1001 Movies You Must See Before You Die book. Monsters takes place 6 years after these giant tentacled creatures appeared on Earth, but the story is actually much more about the humans than it is about the monsters. We have Andrew, a photojournalist who is tasked with finding his employer's daughter, Samantha, and escorting her from Mexico back to the US. The trailers sold this this as a pretty traditional monster movie, and though on its surface it definitely gives off those Cloverfield vibes, it really is not your average monster movie. What surprised me the most is how relevant Monsters is when it comes to parallels with current events. I mean, a huge wall has been constructed to keep the aliens out of the US. Now why does that sound familiar? I do have to warn you that the pacing is on the slower side because the movie puts its characters first. Gareth Edwards really wants you to feel their journey and take in everything Andrew and Samantha encounter. However, it's never boring, and it's a really good and thought-provoking indie sci-fi thriller with an agenda that wants to do more than just your average monster flick. So if you are in the mood for something a bit different, I highly recommend giving Monsters a try.
So what's up, all you spooky astronauts? I am Drumdum. I would like to thank Emma for inviting me to her Christmas special. And I wanted to talk to you guys real quick about a movie that I think you should definitely check out that you might not have heard of, and it's called P2. It's set on Christmas Eve, and it's one of those isolated environment stories that I love. I think they're just so much fun. And really this movie, it's about obsession. It's about this guy named Thomas. He's a security guard in this parking structure, high-rise building, and he's completely obsessed with Angela, played by Rachel Nichols. And one thing you need to take away from this is that P2, it's kind of unpredictable as far as violence goes because it looks like any other slick, big budget Hollywood horror movie, but then it definitely takes some turns. It gets really graphic, it gets really bloody, and it does what a horror movie should do. And it's a Christmas horror movie to boot, so those are just a lot of fun. Also, you have fantastic performances by Rachel Nichols, by Wes Bentley, of course. Wes Bentley never disappoints as far as being a psycho. He is great in these types of movies, and to me, this is one of his best performances as a psychopath. And he has a Major Jones for Angela. So definitely check out P2. Also, I'd really like to thank Emma for letting me in on this Christmas special. Really appreciate it. And if you would, check me out at Drumdums. There should be a link in the description. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of this special.
Hey everybody, thank you spooky astronauts. Emma, way to go girl, way to go, way to get us all here, man. What's going on? I'm going to do this as quick as possible. It's a little review, a movie that I'm going to do one, Ted's going to do one, and do I get a movie pick? Do I? He ain't doing one. But anyways, nevertheless, I'm going to do a movie, Ted's going to do a movie. These are movies that are, you might not know, but you might know mine. Ted's is a little bit more obscure. But I want to get this out there because Basket Case, from what year was Basket Case again?
Like 82. Let's just say 82.
There you go, 1982.
All the good ones.
I didn't even get the year down. But Basket Case, a Frank Henenlotter movie. It's so bad, it's good. Okay, this is why I'm picking this and choosing this movie. It's one that I don't think a lot of people know and have given a chance because it's about Dwayne, okay, a brother who has had Belial, okay, who's this deformed little creature that's part of him.
Like his twin.
But that's not what makes this movie great. What makes this movie great is the backdrop, the grittiness of the like, it's like late 70s kind of grittiness New York. Every bad acting job by every actor in this movie, it stands out big time. Big time, right? Am I wrong? Stands out big time. So I love this movie. I recommend it to anybody. If you're a horror fan, if you like so bad it's good. And even then, I would say this movie isn't that bad. It's got a good storyline. It's got lots of stuff going on all the time.
Some cool stop motion.
Got cool stop motion. Got some weirdness to the stuff. But number one, Dwayne. Love his character. Love his girlfriend. Love Belial. Belial's whacked out. Love the guy who's but the grittiness, the atmosphere, everything. So that's my pick for kind of an obscure film that you should check out. And I appreciate Spooky Astronauts giving us a chance to get it out there. We are the Late Late Horror Show. We do a long formatted commentary style show. And goofiness all throughout, from beginning to end. And on to Ted's. What do you got?
Hey, Spooky. What I've got is 1965, The Collector.
Holy ships!
It's about a mild-mannered bank clerk who wins a lottery, buys a cottage house out in the country, kidnaps a girl that he's got his eye on while he's at work in the city, I mean, he literally gasses her with chloroform, throws her in the back of the van, takes her in her, locks her in like the fruit cellar. Feeds her, gives her things to write with and draw with,
Serial
and
killer.
can't seem to understand why she won't fall in love with him. Okay. And it was based on a book written by John Fowles, and it was one of John Wayne Gacy, clown serial killer, one of his favorite books. I've read the book, and the book is really interesting in that it's told from two perspectives. The movie is not, but the film, the book is told. Half of it's told from the kidnapper, the pervert's point of view.
The pervert's point of view.
And he, in that part, he doesn't... And in the film, too, who's played by Terrence Stamp, a classic actor, doesn't ever see that he's doing anything wrong. Doesn't understand why nothing that he's doing is wrong. And then the other half of the book is from the girl's perspective, who's been kidnapped and kept away from her family. And living in this fruit cellar is slowly getting sicker and sicker and sicker. And her perspective of things that are going on for the same events. So the book is great. It's got some serial killer ties if you're into that thing. And the film isn't so much...
Spooky likes it.
Isn't so much...
The real faces of horror.
That's right. That's right. I watch every one of them.
Exactly.
And it plays more like a drama, and it's really just these two actors going at it the whole time.
Okay.
And not so much, thrills or scares or anything like that, but a really interesting, sympathetic portrayal of an absolute sociopath. And all coming in at 1965, directed by William Wyler, who, if you remember, that big Ben-Hur movie with the big chariot race.
Yeah.
So it's got some cred that way. But one that I'm sure a lot of you haven't seen, and it's kind of a cool flick.
Okay, cool. Collector, 1965. So you got an obscure one. You got a very strange one that we've done. We've done our show on that.
Great show.
Yeah. Oh, we had fun with that. Oh my God, go back and check it out. I'm not
little
plugging
surprise at the end if you watch it all the way through.
Yeah, oh yeah, Danny Devil was the parents in there. That Danny Devil guy. Anyways, thanks to Spooky Astronauts. I gotta tell you, I love this girl and I love her channel. She's just been awesome. What more can I say, Emma? There you go. Check us out, the Late Late Horror Show, and check out our movies. Take care and later.
Hi guys, my name is Mariana from the channel Vikinga Lectora, and today I'm going to talk about the film The Whip and the Body by the legendary film director Mario Bava. In this 1963 film, we have none other than the amazing Christopher Lee as one of our leading actors, and it's truly a gothic masterpiece. We're going to follow a very rich family. They live somewhere in Europe, in a huge castle that has long hallways, creaking doors, and secret passages, so you get the whole picture. And what's going to happen is that this family has sent away their eldest son because he was somehow involved in the death of a young woman. However, one day he's going to come back, and that's when all hell is going to break loose. Gruesome murders are going to start happening, and people are going to be pointing fingers at each other, and there's going to be a lot of stress in the relations of all these people living together there. So it's really interesting to watch, and also because there might be something supernatural as a ghost involved in these killings. So we're going to be wondering all the time, like, what's really going on, who's the killer? And that's what makes this movie so enjoyable. Also, the atmosphere that Mario Bava creates is amazing with this really dark lighting, and then you get neon lights, so that's really freaky and I really liked it. I think it's a great movie to watch in this winter time, maybe because it has this cold and chilly feeling to it. And the acting is really dramatic, but it adds up really great to the feeling of the whole story. I love Mario Bava. I have no idea why I hadn't watched this film before, but it went straight to become one of my favorite movies of 2016 and of all times. So I really recommend it to you guys. Thanks a lot, Emma, for inviting me to your channel. Happy holidays to you and all of your subscribers, and I'm sending you a really big hug. See you soon, guys.
And thank you. And also thank you guys so much for watching. But before you go, Don't worry, I'm not gonna let you guys go without giving my recommendation. This is a movie that has just dropped. Can you say dropped for the movie? I'm not sure. It's just come out. It is a movie that you might have heard of, you might not be sure about. It's called Pet. And this movie is so interesting, and I think a lot of you guys may have skimmed over it without realizing what it's really about. So the movie is actually about a man who works in a vet's office. Actually, it's Dominic Monaghan. Hope I said that right. You know, Lord of the Rings. He works at a veterinary office and he starts to fixate on a woman that he went to school with. The trailer kind of shows it like he stalks her and then picks her out, but it's kind of the other way around. So he kind of finds her on a bus one day and then decides, hey, I'm gonna make her mine. So fucking creepy. This movie, I'm not gonna give away why it's so good, but I promise you that it does not turn out the way you think in so many aspects. And if you don't like it as you're watching it, you're finding it a little bit predictable, some things are given away, you're not really completely 100% sure, the end scene, I'm talking the last 2 minutes, 1 minute of the film, will have your jaw dropped. It ended on such a high, and I really enjoyed this one, and I plead that you guys watch this one, and if you have, let me know down below. If you watch any of these movies, let me know down below. Actually, how about we play a game? Let me know how many of these movies that you have seen in the comments below. And guys, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it around. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I really need to get out of this itchy sweater because it is really fucking hot here. And I'll talk to you guys very soon. Merry Christmas. I'll see you tomorrow for another 12 days of Christmas. I'm not going anywhere. I'll see you guys then. Bye.